Hey guys, it's Kaydence and
Karrington,
and welcome back to our YouTube channel.
5, 6, 7, 8. Hands with me in my backyard, boy. It's fine. Drive me round the
In today's video, as you can see in the title, we will be doing a how to organize your schoolwork YouTube video.
guys, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell down below. And if you guys have any questions or concerns, make sure to email us, and our email will be in the description box down below.
Alright you guys, let's get started! Woo! Okay you guys, so our first tip is to put every single class or subject in one folder and put every single class in one folder. So say you have social studies, put that in one folder, math in one folder, science in one folder, biology in one folder. It's very it makes everything so much more easy to get. So if you want something from science that you had to print out, you can just slip that in there. And if you need to get something from science, slip that out. Make sure that you label your folders and journals when you do so. This is all very important, especially if you're trying to be organized with your work. I really recommend having folders for each class. A lot of people are very unorganized. I've seen many people at my school, they only have one folder and they just stuff everything in there. I used to have paper folders. I really recommend you have plastic folders because they work amazing. I had some paper folders last year and it was just not good.
But I also want to add into something from what she said. So for the folder situation, you can get like a whole bunch of folders, right? Like a really big binder, okay? Get a really big binder and then get a whole bunch of different folders for different classes, and then you could put all of the folders in that binder and then put all the stuff that you need in the folders, and of course, and then you have all of your subjects in that one binder. So you won't, like for middle school we have lockers and stuff, so you'll only have to carry around that whole binder and a pencil bag or something, so you'll be able to, like, you know, organize your work a lot easier if you don't want to carry all of those folders and stuff.
I really do agree. I do think that's a good idea. I actually did that before and it was really nice, so you won't have to have like all of them scrunched up together. You can have a whole binder and just put all the folders in there, and probably a pencil case that has the little 3-hole things in there.
Okay, now for tip 2.
Alright.
So for tip 2, we have, make sure you have enough space in your backpack for your folders, notebooks, and etc. Probably like some like pencil bags or something, or coloring bags. But yeah, you need enough space in your backpack, because when you come home from school, or you're going home like from school, this is only for like people that are going back to school. If you're coming home from school, you really don't want to bring all of those stuff when you don't have enough room in your backpack, because then you have to carry extra stuff, and I'm sure you would have to carry your phone, maybe some earphones for the bus or something, and a lot of other stuff. So if you have to carry your phone, some extra folders, or even some extra binders, pencils and stuff, you'll have to do all of that, and it's very stressful. I've actually had to deal with that. Only once though, it wasn't that big of a deal though.
I actually have something to say. This is for the people that are doing distance learning. By the way, I do recommend doing what she said. You can do this for distance learning or for going to school. If you're going back to school, good for you. Then
it's not safe.
It's not safe in my opinion. I'm only spreading my opinions out there. I'm not trying to convince anyone to stop from going to school. I'm just spreading awareness. The COVID-19 numbers have gone really high, and I believe almost 100,000 children have died or gotten the coronavirus. I'm just warning you, if you do go back to school, it's probably for like issues like you can't not be with people when you're working. I don't know, maybe you just didn't feel comfortable doing it when you at the end of the last school year. That's totally fine. I understand that, but would you really risk your life to go see other people? And that's all I'm trying to say. But also, you should have a backpack when you're doing distance learning, so you won't have your school supplies or anything just laying around. You could stuff it in your backpack
neatly.
Don't do it just any old type of way. Put it in your backpack neatly. It is really, really important to be organized when you put things in your backpack, because if you ever go in there and you don't have like a folder or something, your homework is just papers in there. That's happened to me multiple times. I could not find it, but then when I got home, I found my homework, and I'm like, what? Like, it's crazy. Like, use this neat to organize when you put stuff in your backpack. Don't just throw it in there. Just put it in there neatly. Make sure you put it in different dividers. You don't need any dividers for your backpack or anything. Just put it in different sections. So say if you have a math class first, you can put that in there first, then science, and then social studies, and then whatever, ELA. You can put it into sections like based on your period. So say you have math first, just like I said before. You should probably, I recommend doing that also. Is that all you have to say about
backpack? I'm actually adding on to what you said.
for like the public school? So I'm trying to spread awareness too. It's really, really not safe to go back to school.
I am actually trying to convince you not to go back to school.
Because it's really not safe. I'm being completely blunt with you guys right now. If you don't like really even care about what I'm saying right now, just listen to me on this. If you do go back to school, wash your hands, keep your mask on, do not take it off for any reason possible. Even if your teachers tell you to take it off, don't do that, because it's stupid. Like, why would you do that? The whole point of going, I just think personally, I think they're just giving money so they can get money. But they're choosing money over like lives that could possibly, that's being risked for going back to school, period. Like, the online school is going perfectly fine. Like, I really don't understand why it's such a big deal to go back to school. But my personal opinion is, do not go back to school. It's not safe.
I disagree with Karrington. There is a good reason why some people need to go to school. Some people are just, they can't be home. Some people are being abused. Them going to school is their way to escape from abuse, or they're not good with staying home and not going to school. They just love school so much that they need to be in school, and they need to be around teachers. They can't learn virtual. So I disagree with what Karrington said, but that's totally fine. If you go to school, that's on you. That's you. You may be forced to, but just if you don't want to go and you're being forced to, make sure you talk to someone about it. Talk to your like parents or someone that is forcing you to go. Okay. Well, yeah, that's all I have to say about the backpack situation. I hope you all are safe. We're gonna get on to the next one.
Tip 3.
Okay, so tip 3 is something I recommend. It's having sticky notes in your journal. I have a bunch of sticky notes in the office, but I will be working at my desk that you see here. I will be working in my bedroom because that's what I feel more comfortable. Make sure you have some sticky notes to put in your journal to like stick out. I like getting cute little ones that have like, they're white but they have little doodle designs at the end, and then I just write neatly in them and put the name of the subject on there so it'll be easier to find it. So when you see it, you can just open it to that paper, and then there you go. So you won't have to be flipping through the pages and looking at the table of contents. I mean, I do recommend having the table of contents. That's probably something that is required in your class, but I do recommend having sticky notes that stick out so you can see which topic that's there. So you won't really need one. That's what I recommend. I always use the table of contents because it's required in my classes, but I do recommend doing what I say, considering that the teachers can't really tell you what to do with your notebook. You can do anything you want with your notebook. You can doodle in there. You can do anything since you're home, if you are distance learning. But if it's required and you're in school, well then, shoot.
Perks of being home is that you can literally be eating.
You can go to the restroom whenever you want to. It's a bunch of perks of good things that you can do while you're home, besides compared to what you have to do when you're at school. So I feel bad for y'all that have to go.
I really do.
Pray for you guys. I pray for every single child every day, every single person around the world, just for them not to get the coronavirus. I hate seeing people in that condition. It just hurts me to see that a lot. So I just hope that not a lot of kids are going to school. But if you are staying home, well then that's a thing. I recommend. And just have a little water or snacks in your room also, so you won't always have to go downstairs or go to the kitchen to grab something like in the middle of the lesson. You can already have one next to you. Like, I really recommend having snacks and water by you because you just can't be thirsty. You can't be hungry in remote class. That's another thing that you can do while you're at home besides in school. You cannot eat in class. You can eat at your desk if you are allowed to, of course. But you can eat in your room if you are allowed to. You can eat in the office if you're allowed to. You can do all that when you're at home. But at school, you can't do that. But at home, you're at your desk or in your bed, you can do that. Now for tip 4. Yeah, don't do that again. Guys.
Now for tip 4.
Okay, so make sure you can read your own handwriting. Now let me tell you what I mean by this, guys, because guys, I literally have people at my school that can't even read their own handwriting. Like, if the teacher asks them, hey, what does that say? They're like, I'm like, how do you do that? I'm confused. How do you even do your word? Like, you need to be able to write neat, because guys, that is not cool. It's not good. So over the summertime, make sure to do this. Make sure to go on YouTube or just keep on rewriting a whole bunch of stuff. And until you can read it or until it looks neat, that's whenever you are good. So keep practicing that every day, maybe until school starts. It only takes about 5 minutes to do, so you can do it throughout the day. 5 minutes is nothing compared to 24 hours. So guys, you need to do that. So yeah, make sure you can read your own handwriting, because sometimes when you have to copy that stuff on your computer or read it out loud to your teacher if you're in school, but when you're online school, you have to like write it down and type it up in the Chromebook or something, you won't be able to see that. So then you'll be screwed. You don't want to do that. You really don't. You'll be messed up if you do that. You really don't want to do that. So just make sure to practice on your handwriting. If you know your handwriting is bad, just make sure to practice on that. Even if your handwriting is good, you really should practice on your handwriting. Okay, I'm going to show you exactly what my handwriting looks like. So this is what your handwriting should really look like. That's what your handwriting should look like. Hold on, can you see? Or like this or something. Alright, so here is one of the last tips. This is
tip number 5. Tip number 5. Here we go.
Okay. Tip number 5 is planners come in handy, especially when you have a test nearby. Planners, or calendars. They really come in handy. I actually have one. So here's my planner. Okay, so it says a girl should be 2 things: who and what she wants. Okay, so here is actually a really amazing planner. It's a 20 through 2021 planner, and it has it says July, August, September, all this stuff, and it has the little tabs and stuff, and it's amazing. I've already wrote in a little bit for my YouTube channel, for this YouTube channel. So I really recommend having a planner. It doesn't have to look like this, as long as it has like tabs and stuff to get you to a certain month or a certain week, then you're good. You're Gucci Mane, okay? So I'm gonna go put this back, then I'll talk a little bit more about it. Okay, I'm back. Okay, so again, about planners, yes, it does really come in handy. I really recommend having a planner. It doesn't even have to look like that, as long as it, has the tabs. You are good. You are Gucci. You are amazing, okay? You're good. Okay, now for tip 6. Make sure everything that you have, like your notebooks, binders, folders, etc. So make sure everything is labeled that you have, like your notebooks, folders, binders, and other stuff. The reason why you should do this is because sometimes you forget, like, oh, what class is this folder for? Especially like if you're in a rush for something, you don't want to like take all your time and stuff. It's really frustrating. So make sure you label everything that you have, like I said, folders, binders, and notebooks and stuff. This is the last tip, okay, guys? This is the last tip. It's been a long ride. Okay, it's been a long ride. Okay, so the last tip is make sure to study before a test or even after you are done learning a new topic so that you can understand your next assignment. your next assignment.
And you can get a good grade on it.
And yeah, that's it. All right,
it's good
so
to do that.
It's really good to do that. Honestly, it is. It's very, 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 very good to do that, especially when you have tests nearby. Like, it's actually really easy. It's really super duper easy. As long as you understand the topic, you're good to go. You don't even have to understand it. You just have to study, and you will get it down.
But
I promise you that.
But then I also know you guys, you be lazy.
Well, not. I mean,
Some of you guys, like me, be lazy and like, I don't want to study. I just want to get on TikTok, watch Netflix, watch YouTube, stuff like that.
You do
guys,
you, boo.
I can relate. But guys, it is good to do this though, because if you do study for a certain subject that you're just now learning, like especially in math, it is a lot easier for you when you start your next assignment. So you won't have to ask your teacher, hey, what does this mean? You can just easily research it the night before or that morning, and then you'll already have everything down pat. And then I also know that sometimes in math there's like different like subject in one full topic, you know. So you wanna every time you learn about that, learn more about it. So like, just in case they teach about it, you already know, like, and you raise your hand
easy.
And then you raise your hand each time. Hey, I already know the answer. It's like, but I don't know, or whatever. It's
So that's all. That's all the tips we have today. It's only 6. Actually, it's 7 tips.
7 tips.
It really comes in handy. I really recommend. Really recommend every single tip that we told you guys today.
One.
So again, we both hope you all enjoyed today's video. Make sure to give it a like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell down below. We love you all so much. Mwah. Goodbye. Bye.